Hey guys, it's Sarah Rose with MTAC, and today I wanted to talk to you about my latest and greatest concealed carry option. I do not leave the house without this, and I probably conceal carry about 50 times more than I would have if I didn't have this. So traditionally, concealed carry, people think on the body, and there is a little bit of drama out there for, is off the body carry even acceptable? If it comes down to having a gun on you for self-protection or not, and that difference is having it in a bag versus having it on your body, then I'm always going to say let's go ahead and just carry it off the body so you have the option of having a gun on you. Really what it comes down to is having that training with it. So no matter how you're going to carry your weapon day to day or how you're going to store it in your house, it's always going to come down to if you are training and dry firing with that weapon system, with that concealed carry system. The more comfortable you are with carrying a firearm, the more confident you're going to be in actually using that when you're under stress and that situation comes up. So having that practice, having reps in daily, weekly, as much as possible, that's going to be crucial for carrying your weapon in something like a fanny pack. So this fanny pack is the Vertx Everyday Fanny Pack. And of course, as a usual fanny pack, nowadays everybody's carrying it cross-body like this, but you can also carry it across your waist like a traditional fanny pack. But it gives you a lot of different options here for that carry style. Along with having the weapon inside of your fanny pack, on the inside here, we also have on the outside an external zipper. So this is where you can carry your normal day-to-day items, your cash, your cards, your ID, your keys. It expands quite a bit, so you can carry all of those essential items that you would have had in your pocket. They're now in this fanny pack. And then of course, the super secret part of walking around day to day with this is having that weapon inside. So inside of here, we've got this bigger zipper with a bigger compartment that folds open, and then from here, we can carry our pistol inside of it. Currently, I have my P365X. This weapon is a little bit smaller. It's really good for concealed carry, and it fits really nicely in this fanny pack. This is what we usually see carried in here quite a bit on social media. It's what a lot of people are carrying around with them. This P365 is something that I've carried with me since 2016. I've always loved this handgun. Originally I just had the P365, just normal version. From there I got the X, just to give me a little bit more size on it. I do also have the SIG Romeo 0 red dot on here. That is also something that you have to train with. So having a red dot on your concealed carry weapon is going to be something that you want to train with so that you know how to be target focused versus focusing on the iron posts. As far as storing this P365 in this fanny pack, currently, I have got my own rig set up here. So right now, this is actually a appendix carry inside the waistband T-Rex arms holster. Here's the little disclaimer. So these are all super popular things right now. So the wait time on getting really any holster, but specifically the holster that is usually carried in this fanny pack, is super hard to get. It's the crossbreed modular holster. I bought it a few weeks ago and I still don't have it. So because of that, we adapt and we overcome. So I just took off some parts of this holster that would make it inside the waistband, and then I just Velcroed it on the inside. So if you are committed to carrying a certain style, you're going to make it work. Gun gear is always able to be adjusted for how you want to use it anyway, so why not use what you have? It's super secure. I probably can't even pull this out very easily right now. So I just got some Velcro from Walmart, slapped it on here, and now it's super secure to hold and retain my gun from there. So what I've learned about carrying with this fanny pack is, of course, the training that comes with it and getting those reps in. So from dry firing with this, I automatically realized, number one, I was always carrying the crossbody fanny pack anyway. It's kind of the style right now. But I was carrying it on the right side of my body. And I thought that that was gonna work. But if you switch it over to this side, then we're working on drawing styles. So I shoot my pistol right-handed, and to draw from here, I would have to reach all the way across my body and then bring this over to open it up. So just from getting the repetitions of using any gun, any concealed carry system, any holster, getting those reps in and dry fire is going to be so essential to figure out what is actually working for you and how do you need to adjust things. So I already knew I had to switch this. So instead of carrying that on my right side, I'll put it on my left. This gives my drawing hand a lot more access to come across my body instead of having to be all compartmentalized on my right side. The next adjustment that I made on this fanny pack was to take one of the pull tabs off. So this actually has two zippers here, and depending on what side you carry on and what side you're going to have to draw on, take one of those zippers off. So I know that I'm going to be drawing from my right side, so I have the zippers over on the right side because that's where I need to open from. And then I took one of the pull tabs off. If I had left both of these pull tabs on, it would definitely be a lot more difficult in the moment to figure out which one to pull, so I'm not pulling both zippers. So by having only one pull tab, I'm able to just easily grab one and bring it all the way over to the side. So let's talk about drawing from this fanny pack holster and what I learned from my dry fire. So of course, as always, when you are dry firing or training with your weapon, you want to make sure that your weapon is cleared and there's no source of ammunition around you. So we're not even dealing with the safety of having anything around that could be a safety concern. So all ammunition is removed. We have visually and physically inspected that is clear, so we're good to go. So now that I'm ready to dry fire and practice, we can go ahead and insert our gun into the fanny pack, re-zip it. I already know which side I'm drawing from. From there, we can go ahead and start practicing the logistics of that. So whenever I'm drawing with this fanny pack, I'm grabbing that one tab and I'm gonna bring it all the way over. What I learned is if you get in a bad habit of just opening it a little bit or just halfway, you're now restricting your access to that pistol inside of this fanny pack. So the first habit would just be to open it all the way up. From there, what I learned is super important, and I'll do it the wrong way first. If you let go of that pull tab and you just go to draw, there's not going to be an easy way to take this gun out of this fanny pack because the retention of the holster. So what you want to do is when you unzip it, you want to hold on to that tab at the bottom so then you can go ahead and pull your pistol out easily from the holster. So one thing that you do want to make sure of whenever you're pulling from your holster, it'd be easy to kind of flag your own hand down here. So safety rules are always the same no matter what, finger off the trigger. But then also as I'm drawing my gun out, I'm going to go ahead and meet my hands and then press out to my target. Something that you can practice on the range, even if you don't have your fanny pack out there, is called the sool. And so we learned this out on the range with MTAC quite a bit. The sool position is just going to be close to your chest. Your hand is guarding here to just give you something to index to. So you always know you can feel, okay, I'm in the right spot. And then also, I'm not flagging anybody around me, and I'm not really flagging my own feet at this point either. So from here, this is a good position. So if you're on the range and you want to prepare for having this fanny pack, I would recommend practicing shooting from a sool position so that you know how to then regain your grip and push out to your target. So these are all the things that I learned from just first purchasing this fanny pack and working with it in dry fire. But the main thing is always going to be training over and over again with your holster, with your weapon system, so that in that moment you're able to use it effectively. So just having the safety habits in place, now that I've dry fired with it and I know step by step how the mechanics work of this, Dry fire is going to be your best friend, but then also getting it out to the live range. So once you are comfortable enough and you have the safety down of how am I actually going to use this concealed carry option, get it out to the live range, do some target shooting, and then if that's going to be one of your main ways to conceal carry, then start putting that training in to those different situations. So now that I have this, I can start working with it, you know, walking, moving and shooting, getting behind cover. Having this fanny pack on my body, you know, it's just something else to consider and think about. If it's not directly on my body, it's a little more out away from myself. Now that I'm moving with it, how does that feel? How does walking with it feel? So getting on the live range, moving, shooting, getting into your own home for dry fire, getting into the shoot house for situations, I think this would be a really cool option to bring into Street Defender or Home Defender. So if this is one of my main ways to conceal carry, just adding on that layer of the stress of the shoot house and interacting with role players, how would I use this in that situation? So this is one of so many options out there to conceal carry, and there's so many trains of thought on it, but really I'm of the opinion if you find something that works for you, then go ahead and start training with that, but also don't limit yourself. So if you're limited right now to an outside the waistband holster on your hip, I would really urge you to consider trying different ways of carrying. Different environments constitute different ways of carrying. Different situations will affect what way you carry your gun at that moment, and then also the type of person you are and your body type. So don't be afraid to experiment and explore. This is something that is hot and new on the market, and I'm really loving it, but I'm also not afraid to just go back and use this for the situations that I think are going to be better for me. As a woman in the summertime, I am not usually wearing like jeans and things that really can have big belts that I can carry traditionally with a inside or outside the waistband holster. So really during the summertime, this has been a game changer for me to give me that option of even carrying a gun at all if in a situation I might not have because I wasn't wearing clothing that necessarily would have concealed the way that I would like it to. Having this option has just opened the door for me to carry that much more. So I've really enjoyed this product from Vertx. I'm excited to continue using it. I will post some other options for you guys as we go along and we start to see different products come online. But I'm so excited to use this and we can't wait to share the rest with you.